Hey, welcome back. It's Teller the storyteller. Opening hearts and minds with the tales I tell you. Channeling through spirits so your soul remember. So if you miss a line, I'm gonna bring you back into spirit. Okay, I hope y'all having a good day. I wanted to check the energy, but I'm also feeling like we're gonna figure out what is spirit trying to communicate to you. Spirit's trying to communicate something to you. Yeah, something to both of us. So we got manifestation that's coming out in the upright, but we have truth coming out in the reverse. So maybe there is something that you haven't fully realized about your manifestation, the truth about it. And right at the top of the deck is Eurythic chords, Azraeli dancer. I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. But there's something about like a chord that just recently been broken, or something that spirit is asking you to let go of. I'm gonna pull a numerology card real quick. Healing. There's something that you are needing to heal, and it is around forgiveness. Now, I'm not picking this up. I'm not picking this up as this is a specific person. This is not a person reading. This is a personal reading. Like, this is about you. There's some self-forgiveness. I'm hearing like resistance. Something about, we're gonna start with the truth card, because there's something about your truth that you are not wanting to see. Four of Wands was sticking out. Now, Four of Wands is all about celebrations, or just good times. Five of Swords. Ooh. Only take this if it resonates. This will not be for all of y'all. Some of y'all are so scared of getting what you want. Six of Cups almost came out. Some of y'all are so scared of getting what you want. You don't even realize, and this is not this is not like you are trying to do this or like you're purposely doing this, but yeah, some of y'all are just so scared. Because even when things are going good, this Four of Wands energy, you're still in this Five of Swords, right? It's almost like, I say this as a performer, right? Excuse me. I will have had a great performance, right? And when I get off, people are celebrating me, right? They're telling me how good of a job I did. But Five of Swords, I'm like, it wasn't that good because I messed up on this part, and y'all didn't catch it, but then I fucked up on this word, and then I slurred on this one. And don't get me wrong, as an artist, we have to critique our work, but healthy criticism. But like in the moments of celebrating, it's okay to celebrate yourself without over criticizing. You can say, yeah, I should have caught that part a little bit better, and I will next time, right? That's an area for me to work on. But when I'm celebrating, I don't have to bring myself down, right? Your insecurity, this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, is burning you out. The Ace of Wands, my bad. It's burning you out, baby, because a lot of times, not the Five of Swords right at the top of the deck. This is another depiction of this card, right? The Five of Swords keeps you in this mental prison, right? And it's really your fear. And it's the thing about the Eight of Swords. I love this card because she believes that she's here. In all actuality, you are here, right? Your fear is what is making you believe. And like, I need you to tell yourself, this fear has no control over me. A lot of times in the Six of Cups that came out, this is an inner child thing. This is a inner child fear. Like, I don't know if you were fearful of being seen, fearful of being recognized, fearful of being celebrated. Because maybe at one point when you used to be celebrated, somebody used to come in and knock that motherfucking crown right off your head. When, be the one to criticize you. And so you have learned this so much that you come in and criticize yourself. When things going too good, you start to criticize yourself. Or let's say like you get something you want, but it don't look exactly the way that you thought it would. And so you damn near be ready to throw it away because it's not as perfect as it is in your head. But this is the reason why you stay in your head so much, is because you want everything to be as perfect as you created it in here, including yourself. So you be forgetting to live out loud, live out here, because this physical version of you is not as perfect as it is in your head. It's not as perfect. It doesn't go as great all the time as it does in your head, but that is what's causing you to not live out loud. That's what's causing you to live in fear, because you are comparing yourself to a perfect version of you that never even existed in real time. And you're not giving yourself permission to live in real time. You have to let that fear go. Say with me, I let that fear go. I let that fear go. Sorry, this card is a little messed up, but we got the Knight of Wands. You have to, a lot of times this comes out in like love, but love readings, but treat yourself the way you would want your spouse to treat you. You don't have to be in a relationship, but I'm just saying, like, if you wanted somebody to come in to love you and cherish you, why the hell are you the first one to down yourself? Like, think about if you got, like, go back to the performance aspect. Let's say you got off stage and your spouse, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you had a great performance, but you just mess up on one word or something. Your spouse, the first thing they do is say, what the fuck was that about? Did you hear that shit? How you gonna fuck up on them? Everybody else applauding you, and that's the first person. Now, don't get me wrong. If they are there to support you, they might say, you know, I caught that, but you went right through it. I'm proud of you. I can see you was a little nervous, but you got through it, and I'm proud of you. A lot of y'all be talking to yourself like I used to talk to Tina. What the fuck was that out on that stage, bitch? Huh? You trying to make a fool of me? Like, what the fuck? What is you doing? I don't want the cake. Like, you gotta stop being so mean to yourself. And I'm not even trying to be funny about it, but it keeps you stuck. You are unstuck now. You don't have to live in fear. Ooh, you are unstuck now. There's this feeling. Your anxiety and your fear used to make you feel stuck in a certain timeline and a certain cycle. You're not there anymore, and you keep treating yourself, and that's why this forgiveness and these the chords that came out, right? You are feeling stuck in an old timeline, but you broke out of it. Kudos to you, though, for breaking out of it. You broke out of the cycle. So you can't keep treating yourself like you stuck in that cycle. You broke out of a cycle of low self-esteem, feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you're not who you are, even though you knew you was who you was. But now you broke out of it, because now you can see, like, damn, no, I'm actually that girl. I'm actually that guy. You actually know it. You know it. So stop living like you don't know it. Huh? Right? You got to come out. But this is the thing, like I said before, this physical version of you has to learn what you have fantasized in your mind, which means that this version of you is never going to be as perfect as it is in here. Because this one can be created, deleted, erased. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want in this one. This version of you has to physically learn your gifts. It has to physically learn your talents. It has to physically learn, you know, like I said, if you're a performer, you can't keep practicing in your head. You have to practice out loud. You have to sing out loud. You have to do your poetry out loud. You have to speak out loud. You have to, if you're a content creator, you can't say, damn, I'm visualizing myself being a content creator. No, bitch, you got to create the content. Okay? You have to live the manifestation, or else it would just live in your head. Okay? I got the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is what you don't see. The truth is you don't see, you see it, but you need to live it. You need to become it. Let's see what this healing, I think that's why the healing is coming out in reverse. You have justice. If you heal your wound around being seen, you're going to get the justice that you're looking for. And things are moving. Chariot is coming out. You're going to get the justice of your healing, but you got, child, the Ten of Pentacles almost came out. Ten of Pentacles almost popped out. But you know what I did see? This King of Wands and the Three of Swords. There's something about I'm not picking this up like currently it's happening. For some of y'all, maybe there's a past partner. It's just masculine energy. It could be partner, spouse, friends, siblings, cousins. Somebody, it doesn't have to be a man either, but somebody who maybe used to down you or was very hypercritical of you, so much so that you have now become hypercritical of yourself. 1, 2, 3 on my clock. You have taken over that negative voice. The negative voice that used to be out here is in here, right? And so every time you are living out loud, that negative voice in you just gets louder and louder and louder. How dare you allow good things to happen? How dare you keep moving forward? You just messed up. You can't go back out there. You're going to make a fool of yourself. You're going to make a fool of us because you're not used to living in your body. You're used to living in your head. Boundaries is right at the top of the deck. I'm going to take that one because you know the boundary that you need to create is the one with you and yourself. I'm not going to keep talking to myself like that. Y'all be so quick to set boundaries to other people. Set that boundary with you. I'm not going to go to sleep mad at myself. Y'all let us say that to your partners and to your friends. I'm not going to go to sleep mad at myself. I'm not going to down myself. I'm not going to talk crazy to myself. I can help myself and say, you know what? I need to work on this. This is an area I want to get better at. This is a growth area. This is a learning curve. But damn, talking to yourself like you ain't got no goddamn sense is crazy. You wouldn't even talk to your friends like that, your family like that, your spouse like that. And if you do, I promise you the call coming from inside the house. The Sun card is right at the top of the deck. And the Chariot is in the back again. This, like, you're move towards the light. Move towards the path of least restriction. Okay? Live and flow with you. And surprisingly, just because you grew up with people talking to you disrespectfully doesn't mean that has to be a way of life. Because guess what? You didn't like it then. When you was a child, it used to hurt you. Just because it became a habit, just because it became second nature, don't mean the shit's healthy. Okay? That's still a trauma that you are trying to skate off as something else. 10 of Wands in reverse. Put this shit down. Okay? Queen of Swords. Some of y'all might be earth signs. Well, take that. Some of y'all might be air signs. And so there's something about like this mental sharpness. You need your mind for other things than criticism. You need your mind for other things than putting yourself down because it's depleting your magic. I'm going to grab the card that fell on the floor. You are clogging your mind up with shit when you low-key, high-key, could be using it for your creativity. You could be using it for your gifts. You could be using it to cultivate and plan. You are clogging your mind up with too much criticism that you're missing out on what you really could be getting from this. What you really could be getting from this moment, being present with yourself. If you stop putting yourself down, you can, your future self will thank you for it. Your anxiety in your body will thank you for it. You keep trying to fight up against yourself. Clear your mind. Get regulated, meditate, ground yourself, go into nature, take a bath, right? There's things that we can do for free that we have access to. Stop waiting for things to be perfect. Stop waiting for things. And I know as I'm saying this, the thoughts is happening because they're like, bitch, you don't know my motherfucking life. You right, Bookie, but I don't. But I'm trying to give you another perspective. It don't have to just be like this all the time. It doesn't have to just, this is not the end. Okay? This is not. This is not where it all has to end. You got to give yourself permission to try something else. You got to give yourself permission to talk to yourself a different way. You have to give yourself permission to show up in a different way. You have to give yourself permission. We cannot do anything without our own personal permission. Okay? Permission gives us admission, right? We get to go in. Okay? You couldn't go nowhere without no permission slip because we needed Big Mama to sign off on that. Okay? We needed that to be able to go. You're going to have to learn how to give yourself permission to not focus so much on your anxiety, not to focus so much on your fear. Give yourself permission to say, you know what? I know this is what I'm used to. This is my default setting, but I'm going to give myself permission to go over here. It's going to be uncomfortable changing gears, but I'm going to give myself permission to go over here and see what this could do. Okay? Because only insanity tries to do the same thing, hoping it's going to change. Because period. Queen of Pentacles. Okay? I'm going to close it out here. I'm going to take a little affirmation card. Actually, no, I'm going to clarify a lot. Queen of Pentacles is just, damn, okay. Clarification right on the way. You are stabilizing. It's something about you learning how to be secure inside yourself that will help you to be secure in yourself. And I don't know why I heard it like that, but like, it's something about your foundation, right? The more that you become secure in your physical body, you'll be secure in the gifts that are in your physical body, right? And that is why you must train your physical body, whether that's like through exercise, through movement. As a neurodivergent myself, a lot of times I really do live up here. But I forget that I need I need my arms, I need my legs. When I perform, I can't be in here. I just can't. I have to be in here. I have to be in my physical body. But if I don't know what that feels like, I'm going to freeze up there. Because I don't use this. I don't use it. I'm not actively using it. And so my body is dysregulated while I'm thinking I'm secure mentally. But there's something about be secure inside your physical body. Learn how to live in your physical body, and your gifts will be able to reign. Okay? It's like having a safe home or a safe environment. If you have a safe home and safe environment, you're going to be free to create and free to show up as yourself. This is your home. This is your environment. Create safety within it, so that way the gifts that live within you can freely live within you. Amen. Because it's too much. Damn. You see, look now, God damn it. This is what your mind does. When you get anxious and overwhelmed, this brain fog believes that you are not going to get your fulfillment, and it believes that you are not loved and supported. Because dysregulation creates a stir. I need you to be stable and secure enough and grounded. And for my neurodivergence, this is an extra step for us. You have to create that. Sometimes you wake up to it. Most times you don't. Create the life that is going to help you feel safe. Okay? Intuitive message. Yeah. It's just, we have to create that energy protection. For some of y'all, this also might be people too. Don't feel like you have to stay around certain people to feel safe. If people are making you feel unsafe, please remove yourself. Do it diligently without impulsivity. But you have to create stability inside your foundation, inside your home. That also means like cleaning, organization. As much as neurodivergence, I don't know why this feels really heavy. We live in our head, and like I said, we don't live in our bodies. And so our environments usually become part of that. You need to live in your body, so you create a safe environment for you to create. So that also means not only people, but the environment you keep, your organization, the way that you are showing up, how much space you are letting people take up of your space. Without being selfish or self-centered, I can call back my energy and say, this time is for me. Okay? Energy protection. I have the power to protect my energy and maintain a positive attitude. No one can destroy my inner peace. You got to create inner peace to make sure nobody destroys it. Okay? Because once you feel the inner peace, you'll never let nobody come in between you and you again.